So I'm pretty sure it's the dream of every indie dev, including myself, to have a successful Kickstarter campaign at some point. These days, it's a very viable way to fund your game and get it to an audience that wants to play it. So I try to take everything that I can from successful Kickstarters and kind of learn from the ones that look like crap or that look like they're kind of destined to fail. When I saw this one on my page, I was a little bit intrigued. So it's already 6 times its $10,000 goal, which seems a little bit low, $10,000 for an MMO, and especially one claiming to be the last game you'll ever play. That is quite the claim. Hey, maybe I can find out the secret of how they got all of that support. Okay, so already that guy looks super default. Okay, Valheim cutting mechanic. This is interesting. I've never seen an MMO that looks like this. Well, that looks like a completely different game. Okay, dude is running. I see a lot of running.
Hello and welcome.
Oh no. I already have major MLM vibes here.
The vision is that DreamWorld is the end game. It's every genre, every game, every style, all wrapped into it.
Every genre. I know that we want to be ambitious here. Aim for the moon, you'll land amongst the stars. This is more like aiming at a black hole 5 million light years away. It's just a little bit hard to believe. A small team, $10,000, you're really going to create a game that has every single genre?
I was living with my fiance in New York City.
Okay.
And we were in our first apartment and struggling to pursue our aspirations there together.
I feel
In the
that.
prior 7 months, I was applying to at least 10 new jobs every day. COVID hit New York City, and I lost my job as a waiter, and this opportunity rescinded their offer. And my fiance left me soon after.
All right, dude, look, I'm legitimately sorry that, your life circumstances are unfortunate, but I mean, come on, dude. This is like total emotional manipulation.
I moved back in with my parents. A workaholic programmer started calling me every day to try and cheer me up. I said, hey, why don't we just make the game we've always wanted to play? Within the first day, we had Minecraft and Second Life and World of Warcraft.
The fuck is this?
Pouring in. And then Gary quit his job, and we added features every week, and we worked every waking hour. Absolutely incredible, wild ride. DreamWorld is truly my dream come true.
And the Oscar goes to. This is so cheesy.
With your help, this is only the beginning.
Hi, I'm Garrison.
It's Gary!
I was working at Google, Facebook, and Apple, and I left to come work on DreamWorld.
I'm sorry, where were you working?
I was working at Google, Facebook, and Apple.
Wow.
The largest
not a terrible
digital
idea.
world that exists today can only have thousands of people.
Okay.
Then we came up with a solution that allows us to have millions. DreamWorld will be the largest multiplayer game ever.
Whoa. That's crazy. Okay, millions of players. I wonder how they're going to do that.
Thank you so much for being a part of this Kickstarter campaign and part of DreamWorld. Thank you so much for building this dream.
Oh. How do you test a server for millions of players if you only have like 600 backers? Bro, what is this? This looks terrible. You might not have noticed.
But your brain did.
Okay. So my immediate impression is this is not legit. So I mean, I think just everything you see is just an asset here. Which there's nothing wrong with an asset, with purchasing an asset from another creator. As an independent developer, you literally don't have time to do every single thing in your game by yourself, unless you're making something with a very limited scope. So something like this, you're gonna have to use some kind of engine or assets. It looks like they're using the Unreal Engine. Let's just go through some of them that I saw that caught my attention and see if we can find them on the Unreal store. So there's like some kind of like Kraken monster beast. So if we just head on over to the Unreal Assets store, tentacle monster. Oh, is that him? Oh, I think we found him. And it's already animated. Like, oh my god. So everything you see right here, none of that they did. That's all just dumped straight from the asset store, which again, nothing wrong with using assets. Plenty of games use assets. There's a reason why there's an asset store. It's not just so scammers can make games that suck. But if you just dump the asset in and don't really do any kind of effort to modify it, I mean, this just looks like it's meant to look impressive, which if you knew nothing about game development or what an asset store is or what the Unreal Engine is, this might look impressive to you. But I was able to find this in literally 2 seconds, and it's on the front. It's the second result when you search for tentacle monster on the Unreal store. So let's continue. This guy is so default looking. That's 100% the default Unreal guy. What the fuck? Did they think they could get away with this? Like, oh, I forgot to look at this stuff. Okay, we missed a lot of assets. Let's go back. Hold up. Rust style building mechanics. Easy building system V8. This is it. For purchase. That looked like way too unique and fully developed. Let's browse environments. Tags. Pirate Island. Oh, this is it. Yeah, this boat. See, this one, 140 bucks. I mean, this looks like a nice asset. You know, if you were to take this and, you know, really put your time into it, into making a fun game, this would be more than enough. But if you're just going to take it wholesale and let the default Unreal guy walk around in it and kind of do nothing, can't believe they're not at $1 million raised already. Jeez. This snow, dragging through the snow, the dirt. So something like this, yeah. Notice how they all use like the default Unreal guy in their asset photos. It's almost like they're selling you an unfinished product. This is so many random assets that don't fit. Photorealistic golden retriever, plush unicorn, fantasy, whatever the... Okay, those are straight up Mixamo animations, if that even. These might not even be mocapped. Look at this. They're all doing the same animation too. Great player. Yeah.
If you see a tree and you want to cut it down, go cut it down. If you see dirt that needs digging, go dig that dirt. If you see a mountain that needs leveling, take that pickaxe and go level that mountain.
This is oddly familiar to the Todd Howard Skyrim E3.
That mountain is not just a backdrop. You can walk all the way to the top of that mountain. And it's a huge world.
This, in theory, sounds really cool. There doesn't really seem to be any objective to anything. You just go, go climb the mountain, level the mountain. The fuck if I know. There's nothing to do in this game.
To a Candyland.
So just that cut is so jarring. The art style is different. It's not stylized in the same way. Nothing wrong with taking assets, but if you take a bunch of assets that don't fit together and shove them into one package, I don't think this is an honest attempt at making a worthwhile product. This is so mind-bogglingly ugly. Oh, DreamWorld homeowners?
World of
This is their Hall of Fame. This is what you get if you... Let's see what you have to pay to get your name as a homeowner. You have to pay $60 to become a homeowner. If you want a plot of land in the city, you need to pay $60 now, kids. That's how real estate works. You buy the land now, it's going to be worth way more than $60 later. I mean, we're talking about, this is going to be the next, this is the future of life. I mean, we're not going to live anymore. We're just going to play this. $60 is a small price to pay for every game ever. Okay. Let's read some of this stuff. Infinite open world. Really? Because none of these environments look procedural to me. They all seem like pretty detailed, I would say. Explore thousands of unique biomes. Thousands of unique biomes? There's not that many environments on the Unreal Store. I think even you're overestimating how many assets you can steal. This is what gets me. They're a Y Combinator company. So apparently they got money. Oh, they're hiring. Oh, you know what, guys? I take it all back. I take it all back. I want a job here. Comparing themselves to Twitch, Airbnb, DoorDash. I mean, yeah, this is like, you know, bigger than Facebook, bigger than, you know, TV. This is like, if you've ever seen Ready Player One, this is the Oasis. This is it. So it looks like they made a Discord. They got everybody all excited. And all of these gifts are straight up just taken from the trailer. So here's their stretch goals. At 70K, they're not going to waste any time. They're going straight for what everybody wants, a merch store. All purchases come with in-game counterparts as package deliveries. Dude, this is NFTs right here. This is the future. 150K. Mystery Kickstarter exclusive pet given to every backer at no extra cost. Wow, a pet? 250K. First DreamWorld event. Concert, exclusive event items, pets, outfits, and more. Whole city celebration. Yeah, someone's going to be celebrating if they hit $250,000. That's for sure. We have tons of pets and mounts for you to choose from. 4 Kickstarter exclusives. The gold antlered elk, the green fox, the green spider, and the green rock panther. What the fuck? This literally just looks like they took spidered asset and painted it green. And by painted, I mean just slap a green shader on it so that it's got this sickly green hue. Ooh, amazing color work they did. You know, really can really tell that there's a lot of care going into these custom pets. This is what, I mean, this is where the money's going, guys. If you pay the money, the $60, this is what you get. You get to get into the pantheon. It looks awful. I mean, guys, come on. If this is really, this is where you're sealing the deal. You're giving them their lifetime homeowner pass. You're giving them their inalienable right to own land in this world. I gotta say, it seems like you could probably do better. Okay, so they have a timeline here. They made their first Discord post almost a year ago. First Easter egg found by Pumpkin Queen. Okay, they added terraforming. They were accepted into Y Combinator. I don't understand how. Fully procedurally generated map. Really? They were able to implement that in like 10 days? Over Christmas? And now we're at the Kickstarter. Okay, that's where we're at. Closed alpha begins soon, guys. Wait, what the fuck? They're really promising this? They're really promising this in the next coming months. A little unclear on what the gameplay, what is there to do, really? Everything is not really an answer. I mean, that's kind of a cool sales pitch, right? But that's what this feels like. That's what this feels like. It's just a sales pitch. Wow, they're developing for Windows and Mac too. 2 guys, crazy ambitious. FAQ. Oh, wow. Is the game PvP, PvE, or something else? We like to call DreamWorld a PvEVP. It's buzzwords on fake pseudo production value. Other than being big, open, and procedurally generated, what feeling would you ascribe to the world you're building? Okay, basically they don't answer. Every player can make it the way they want. We realize that our players would be the ones shaping the world, not us. The question is then, how do we maximize creative freedom in that framework? No hardline declaration of artistic direction, but it will be a magic, plentiful world with a lean towards fantasy. DreamWorld will never be pay to win. This is the #1 thing that kills games. We will absolutely be selling cosmetics, of course, dude. Your first Kickstarter stretch goal is a merch store, which you're about to hit soon. Will be reasonably possible to obtain mounts. That green spider is off limits unless you want to pay the big bucks. This is a Windows game. Prototype currently runs on. We plan to expand to every internet connected device with a screen. So you're gonna play this on the fridge, on the TV, you're gonna play this on the Roku box. Guys, Mr. Google, Gary, Mr. Google, Facebook, Twitter guy, that guy most certainly knows what scope creep is and what this project entails. It's kind of insane anyone would believe this. If you have just a little bit of knowledge about the game industry, this is just a complete farce. This is a far-fetched, it's insane. This made $60,000. And I'm not familiar with Kickstarter's rules or anything. I don't know if they pursue fraud. I would assume that they would want to cut back on shit like this. You would think that they would want to preserve their reputation and not have this kind of content where people pay a bunch of money and it's this grandiose promise and then it completely fails to deliver. Wow. So it was posted like 2 weeks ago. It was fully backed in 9 hours, 200% funded in 24 hours. Oh God.
Hey everyone! Wow! You've successfully funded DreamWorld in 9 hours. That was incredible, and we're almost already at 200% funded. That's insane. Thank you so much. We've got hundreds of you coming in from Kickstarter to the Discord right now as well, and commenting and asking questions and offering words of love.
What the fuck is this game?
So much.
When is it fucking coming out?
And Garrison, and if I can ask you guys for one more thing,
is it more money?
I really can't wait. Thank you again. And we might have to add some more tiers. We might have to add some new rewards.
We might have to come up with some new fucking gameplay hooks or something. Now we're gonna get all kinds of scrutiny. We just thought we could make a quick 10 grand and dip. It feels so bad to shit on this. Everyone wants this dream to work. What they're selling here is not just the game, but they're selling the story behind it of, oh, I lost my job and I moved back home and I did this and I did that, which is, it can be a heartwarming story, I'm sure. And I'm not saying that it's not worth telling. It just seems a little bit pandering. And then when you have like no gameplay really to back up anything you're talking about, and I can find like almost everything I see in the video on the asset store, it just makes me sad, and it makes me discouraged from trying to do something like this for my own game. A lot of people say Kickstarter, like, don't even bother, it has a bad reputation. I didn't think it had a bad reputation, but like shit, if there's shit like this, and this is more than every once in a blue moon, that's kind of a problem. And as far as Kickstarter, they put this on the front page. They marked this as a project we love, which is very bizarre to me. I don't know how you get this. It seems like pretty much any project that meets their goal just gets this automatically. I don't think this is actually curated. And if that's the case, Kickstarter, you should probably start curating this, because this looks bad. Putting the stamp, we approve this. You know, it's an endorsement. You are endorsing this project, and you're helping these people defraud their backers. You know, they're claiming they're going to deliver their open alpha or their closed alpha sometime in May or whatever. Well, what if they don't? Do the people get their money back? I'm not sure. This is just not a good look. for Kickstarter, and it's not. It makes crowdfunding look shady. It gives indie devs a bad name. Like anytime we're asking for money, we're just throwing together some subpar product, or it gives the asset store a bad name. Like it gives using other people's models a bad name. Again, there's nothing wrong with purchasing and using an asset that you legally acquired the rights from the asset store. That's expected. You would think that this kind of shit would get called out like immediately, not get to the front page. Devs are not answer about my DM. It was solved. Well, that's interesting because it said that they refunded their backing. So it's a quick 8-minute refund. They've copied and pasted this a bunch of times in this thread. I've looked through this. This person canceled their pledge. So how do I access the pre-alpha? I don't have friend XD. DM one of the devs on Discord. Pre-alpha is literally a pyramid scheme. That's a pretty red flag. And the answer to this? Oh, a copy-pasted message, probably pasted by a bot or script or something. Or if they did read this and then reply with a copy-pasted message, that's pretty tone-deaf and not the best way to assuage people who have concerns that this is a pyramid scheme by responding with this boilerplate. We promoted our channel on Skiazos, blah, 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 blah. Let's check out this video. 41 minutes, this ratio.
All right, what up guys? Welcome to a new video. Garrison Belek, who is the CEO.
Gary. Fucking Gary.
Like I say in the video, if you see something that you want to change in the world, you can change it permanently. Anything. If you want to go chop down a tree, if you want to dig grass.
This is ridiculous. This guy is Todd Howard. He's giving us the sales pitch.
People can get only so much information that can fly through a fiber optic line, per se. How do you say that you're able to create a system that allows that to be mitigated? How does that work?
Yes, how does that work?
So you can actually cut down the information that's being sent to all the other players. This is like drastically different from how like League of Legends or Call of Duty and all these type of games work that have a centralized server model. Ours actually works more like DreamWorld has a bunch of parallel dimensions, and then all those dimensions synchronize over time by sending as little information as possible to each other, if that makes sense.
Okay, so essentially...
I mean, that sounds... That's the most legit thing I've heard of this whole fucking thing. And maybe Gary is up to something. I don't know if this guy has implemented this at all or tested it. From what their timeline shows, they only just now got a multiplayer build running. Yeah, so multiplayer was launched in January, apparently.
And a lot of people are saying that most of these assets are basically just, you know, what's already in the library. How do you, like...
How do you defend yourself?
That's the entire game itself is custom. The multiplayer is custom. The gameplay is custom.
Which game?
Is like
the asset store is supposed to be a tool for people who don't have a lot of money to make a game, right? More easily. But then when you make $60,000 off a Kickstarter, like what is expected from you kind of changes. This is just a bad faith argument. Strawmanning the criticism. The criticism is not that you used assets. That is not the criticism. The criticism is that you misused these assets, that you're not using them in a substantially transformative way.
Instead of, like,
yeah.
making a different mannequin for our pre-alpha. Like,
we left the mannequin in as a wink and a nod to our fellow developers.
they didn't like it. They did not think it was a funny joke.
Yeah, a lot of people...
A funny joke. I don't believe that. We left it in as a funny joke to other developers. I think it's just blatant.
Yeah,
You weren't counting on other developers.
To other people that have taken 15 years to get to the same point that we've gotten in 8 months. Like, be more
15
ruthless.
years?
What we do, you know, be more ruthless. It's
Dude, Gary's straight up ruthless.
I also...
you know, be more ruthless.
Fucking kill the competition.
Leverage other people's work.
Our feeling about using the UE assets was that there's a marketplace out there of people who like us love games. That people who
I
make
feel like
these
this
things
guy's just a
see them,
marketing guy.
Oh, they're gonna be used in a game.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, actually,
Finally?
used,
That's kinda
a
rude.
different- They just want you to take what they've worked on and make.
They really just want you. I don't think anyone is arguing that they don't want you to use their assets. The asset creators are totally fine with you paying the agreed upon price and then using the agreed upon asset with the agreed upon license. Yeah, that's kind of what they go in expecting. But what you're expected to do is then turn that into something fun. You haven't shown any of that really, just a lot of the assets. Let's read some more comments. The more info you guys give, the more possible this project is. You state in the FAQs that you intend to bring this to every device with a screen. That's fucking rich. So now you have a game that is everything, does everything, and everyone can play it on all devices. Assuming you are legit, you say you're willing to implement anything anyone suggests. Project Creep will destroy you. But again, your model for multiplayer is not fit for purpose. It just won't work once you have the high number of players. This is either diluted or a scam. I would be happy to be proven wrong, but 100% won't be. Feel sorry for the backers who spent more than $1, who in a year or two will be trying in vain to get a refund. What is their reply? Copy and paste the link to the video with this stupid... It was a great time. Great time. You guys plan on making it for VR? Yes, of course. It's going to everything. You say this is all genre. What do you mean by that? Every genre, every style. Is there flight sim, fight sim, side scroller, VR, RPG, JRPG, shooter? Damn, this guy's asking real questions. You're gonna have an infinite game? Name every genre. You talk about pre-alpha and people can join, but you do not say on here that you need to have 2 friends back this, which is crazy. So that's a new piece of information. You can get in if you pay for it, and you get 2 friends to pay for it. Did they have to get 2 friends as well? That does sound surprisingly like a reverse funnel system. Oh my god, this guy did the math. So you talk about the pre-alpha. Let's say there's myself and 5 friends. Only 2 out of the 6 people can try the pre-alpha. You have 579 backers right now. That means only a max of 193 people are able to join in. How are you testing server's capability if you only allow in such small numbers? This is what I was saying. How have you implemented this? How have you possibly tested this at any kind of scale representing what you're claiming? This person, they did their research. Timeline. I only see the next step. Close alpha, May 2021. When do you think this game gets a beta? When is it early access? When is it release? What I'm trying to say is there's a lot of information missing. Wow, this is shady. They're saying go to Discord to find the updates. They're not putting them on Patreon. They're trying to make it as obscure and muddy as possible. Okay, so I see your friends the 2 friends that back it do not get the game. Only you do. I find it concerning. This is the same guy, Madgit. This guy's just going in on them.
You can't keep getting away with it!
I find it concerning that you felt no need to disclose the financial backing at the start. Yeah, that is a little sus that they have this like venture capital backing, this shady money behind this. Who's investing in this? Are the VCs just so dumb that they'll believe any nerd that walks in with an Unreal Engine prototype? Any serious financial investor that thought this was a good bet? That's insane to me. No Man's Sky springs to mind. They took 5 years after launch to get the product they advertised. Yeah, and they actually had a team instead of just 2 people. Finally, I can say with 100% certainty, what you proposed for multiplayer is not possible. Hi, we appreciate your concerns. We're adding information our community has asked us about, and we didn't anticipate them desiring. We didn't expect you guys to fucking find out that we had money from somewhere else, okay? You weren't supposed to know about that. You have to ping them in the Discord. Like, they're just so... They're giving you the whole rigmarole to fucking get the demo of the game that you paid for. Wait, why is this guy backing... He's a super backer. Wait, what? I'm backing this to raise awareness. 10K to make a game, there's absolutely no way. Yeah, 10K is not even enough to license Unreal. Like, realistically. Every game rolled into one. Their scope is everything. Yeah, everything. when you say this game is everything. This is the new life. We're never gonna leave this game. You can make every other game inside this game. The one guy's a waiter, and the other claims to have worked with large tech companies. Neither have experience making games. That's true. Video is structured like a scam. Promise everything. Give a sob story. Yep, right on cue. The sob story about his wife leaving him. Sob story asks for money. This by itself doesn't warrant a red flag, but it's certainly a red flag when the exactly. Like if this seemed like otherwise completely genuine, passionate project that someone worked hard on, it would not be a problem. I mean, it could be a little bit of a transparent appeal to emotion, but there's nothing wrong with, you know, wearing your heart on your sleeve a little bit and sharing a little bit of personal information. I don't see anything wrong with that. But again, yeah, combined with all these other red flags, it's just crazy. Yeah, the biggest red flag is that they claim their servers are capable of hosting millions of players. The absolute best backend and infrastructure engineers in the industry struggle with hundreds of thousands, let alone millions. Having a single server for millions of players is the holy grail for architects. There is absolutely no way in hell that this will happen using Unreal Engine. Fellas, if you really did accomplish this, drop this project now and release this tech to every company out there and make millions. Yeah. If you do have this fucking miracle technology, and that's what's the game, the value of the game doesn't come, yeah, we flip the assets, I mean, but that's not the value. The value is the millions of players and the tech. The tech is imaginary. Tech is not tested or proven. Every single large dev team is trying to solve this puzzle and are investing a huge amount of resources into pushing that needle a little higher. Your claim effectively deletes the needle. Good luck, everyone. We know what we're aiming to build is ambitious, and we believe we'll be successful in building it. We'd love to have you along for the adventure. Oh my god. Can you elaborate on how to get the pre-alpha? Do you have to convince 2 other people to back the game, or just add 2 people to your current pledge? If it is the former, sounds like a pyramid scheme. Please clarify. To get into pre-alpha, which they don't tell you here, but only on Discord, you have to have 2 people back the Kickstarter page, even if it's only the $1 tier. I agree, that is weird. You would think they would want more people on ASAP to prove server capacity and show how good the game is. Another issue I'm seeing is the rewards. What does a plot of land mean? Yeah, they're selling you a bridge. They're selling you a beach house in Idaho. Okay? Don't let your dreams be memes. Don't let the negativity get to you. Leaving this comment for other potential investors. It's a demo. It's an Unreal Engine mock-up. Looks like something a dev could make in a week. I've seen you've used a lot of Unreal Store assets, Pat. Weather, skins, animations, basically everything. It's not particularly impressive, so I googled the name to check your website. No website, but 50 other games already called DreamWorld. In fact, the name DreamWorld is copywritten by DreamWorks Animation, so you couldn't even publish using this name. Publishing aside, let's presume you could even finish this game. Reading through the comment section, you seem to say yes to every single batshit insane feature someone suggests. Yeah. Guilds? Yeah. Single player cities? Yeah. PvP? Yeah. Mounts? Yeah. You're a 2-man team. You've not shown any scope, timeline of work, anything to suggest you even have a vague plan. It's pretty clear that despite the claims that you've worked for Apple and something else, you have no idea about development lifecycle. I could go on, but I'll summarize. Game mockup with no scope, no timeline, no control, made by 2 people who don't have any experience in the game industry whatsoever. It's raised a suspicious amount of cash from unknown backers with no prior portfolio. The only question is how fast we can build it all. What about server management? The fact you have no 3D, 2D artists have no way of making any art, the risk of running out of cash mid-project, mismanaging scope, features being delayed. Backers beware, this is a scam. Hey Sam, here's our website, Play DreamWorld. We've been working on this for many months. Much love to you. Okay, so it's just the gifts from the Kickstarter page. And there's a button. There's a button that refreshes the page. And there's a button to go to the Kickstarter page. Great website, guys. Oh, I Have the Bomb guy is super shady. Like, definitely seems like he's one of the devs. Like, is piping into all of these Q&As and defending the devs and answering questions like he's a dev. Or he said there's a massive community of backers in the Discord. So unless you're claiming that they made and actively use and interact with hundreds of fake Discord accounts at the same time. Wait, what? No one suggested that. Should we be suspicious about 500 fake Discord users? Oh my god, this guy's mad. He's freaking butthurt. Before spouting nonsense, at least join their Discord and look around for what would only take like 5 minutes. You didn't ask anything. You didn't do your real research. The fact that they're hiding all this stuff from you and the answer is always like, oh, go look at the Discord, go look it up. Like, hearing your life story and seeing you in the video reminds me of my college roommate that passed away. See, this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to tap into the emotions that everyone has been feeling from this pandemic. Everyone can relate to that feeling of loss, that feeling of losing your job, that feeling of change, of moving back in with your parents, of uprooting your life, pivoting completely, not knowing what you're gonna do. Everyone can relate to that, and they're selling this story. It's part of the Kickstarter. We put the UE mannequin as our hero model as a wink and nod to our fellow Unreal developers. They're like, oh, it's a joke. Like, we know how bad it looks. That's why we left it in. It's a joke to our fellow developers that are gonna call us out. All right, I think I've seen enough. This Kickstarter? This is a project you love? It's just not a good look. Please, guys, please give us money. Thank you so much, guys. Really, just really want to thank you for all that money. Thank you.